Hello friends, I am CA Abdul Rafeq, past member of the COBIT Task Force. I am delighted to welcome you to this brief introduction where I'll provide you an overview of the two-day hands-on workshop on COBIT 5 which is being organized by ISACA Bangalore Chapter on August 24 and 25. What is COBIT 5? We all know it's a leading framework for the governance and management of enterprise IT. In this workshop, we'll demystify COBIT 5 and learn how to understand and implement so that we can remain relevant as knowledge workers. This slide gives you the agenda of the workshop. We'll understand how enterprises and professionals demonstrate value in this digital age. What is the value of COBIT 5 in this digital era? How to use the vast COBIT knowledge repository. What can you learn in this workshop? We'll also look at what are the specific takeaways from this workshop. Who should attend this workshop? What is the workshop coverage? How is the workshop conducted? And who is the workshop leader? Let's get started. We are living in an era of technology disruptions where technology is making a massive impact in the way we work and live. The continuing technology disruptions are massively impacting enterprises with new business processes, newer technology platforms, and better and greater delivery channels. Hence, there is a need to harness the power of information technology. The only constant in this continuing technology flux is the need to harness and channelize this IT power so as to meet the enterprise requirements in a safe and secure environment. So we need to make the information available, but also ensure that it's safe and secure. So we can ensure the security of information by implementing controls, and controls come with a cost. So we have to ensure that enterprises are able to implement the right level of controls. The increasing digitization makes it imperative for enterprise to implement the right level of cybersecurity and controls from both business and regulatory perspective. Implementing controls is not only a management requirement but is also mandated by law. We as professionals are knowledge workers. Our value depends on the knowledge we bring to our job. So hence there is a constant need to update our competencies and skill sets in tune with the changing business environment so as to remain relevant and add value. Let's look at what is the value of COBIT 5 which we're talking about. COBIT provides the best practices which empowers knowledge workers. Technology has been evolving and COBIT has also been evolving since more than 2 decades. The key to implementing COBIT is to understand how effectively you can implement COBIT. And this is what COBIT can bring through effective implementation. And professionals with the domain expertise and functional knowledge and complemented with COBIT skills can definitely facilitate and enable enterprises to use and harness the power of COBIT. The value of COBIT for enterprise is that it's an umbrella framework which can be used to integrate all other frameworks. It has a tightly knit governance and management framework. It's a collection of best practices based on the best of the best standards and frameworks available across the world. It helps in implementing the right level of controls, and most critical, it helps in adding value. The value of COBIT for professionals. It empowers professionals by providing a systematic approach. It has a collection of best practices which can be used and customized as required. It also provides the tools necessary to understand, utilize, implement, and direct important IT-related activities as required by enterprises. So ultimately, the COBIT knowledge helps professionals to progress in their career and add value through their work. How to use a COBIT knowledge repository. The vast repository of best practice of COBIT covers the area of governance, risk management, security, controls, and assurance. It is also complemented with a holistic approach which is provided in the COBIT implementation guide. So COBIT, in short, is a one-stop solution for both enterprises and professionals, so as to effectively channelize the deployment of technology to survive and thrive in this digital age. The COBIT knowledge repository no doubt empowers knowledge workers and it's the key differentiators for professionals as knowledge workers, as knowledge is power. COBIT's collection of best practices empowers the professionals, and whether they are novice or experienced professionals, to add value by complementing their competencies and skill sets. The design of COBIT is it has the five principles, seven enablers, four dimensions. It has the excellent goals cascade, which can link the enterprise goals to specific IT related activities. It can be used and implemented from diverse perspectives, whether from the point of governance, assurance, compliance, or from the point of IT benefit realization or value delivery or IT strategic planning. So there are multiple perspectives from which COBIT can be implemented. And COBIT includes a holistic approach which can be used for implementing COBIT. The application of COBIT is that it is relevant and customizable for enterprises, whether these are large, medium, or small. It can be used in any sector or any industry, any technology, or for any business models. In this workshop, we'll also look at a range of case studies where we'll cover various diverse platforms, sectors, industries, and also business models. The key to successful implementation of COBIT is in knowing how to select by navigation through the vast knowledge repository and customizing the selected contents as applicable and relevant. So, what can you learn in this workshop? Understand not only the conceptual but also the practical perspective of using COBIT. You'll learn, as I said, how to navigate, select, and customize COBIT content as required for your specific purpose in your specific area. So, what are the specific takeaways from this workshop? You'll get detailed insights of the COBIT principles and enablers, which will help you to understand the design of COBIT, which will make implementation much more easier. We will demystify and demonstrate how to navigate and select relevant contents. We'll also learn the practical perspective of governance, assurance, risk, and compliance. You'll understand that COBIT is not rocket science, it's a codified common sense, and it can be implemented in a systematic way. So the most important aspect of COBIT implementation is to learn how to customize and adopt. And this is what is going to be the major takeaway from this workshop. Who should attend this workshop? The COBIT workshop has been designed so that it is useful both to novice and experienced professionals. So if you are familiar with COBIT or you don't know anything about COBIT, still you'll learn how to use COBIT in this workshop. So you could be from the domain of IT governance, IT management, assurance, risk consulting, or compliance professional. You can definitely attend this workshop. What is the workshop coverage? As I said, the focus on providing both conceptual and practical understanding of COBIT. The key deliverable is to enable participants to learn the essence of COBIT so that they can implement and adopt not only to their current but also to their future environment as required. So this gives you the specific areas of coverage. We'll look at from a macro perspective and get insights about the COBIT principles, enablers, dimensions, goals, and metrics. We'll also learn how to develop standard templates for using the governance management practices, the RACI charts, and the various components of COBIT. We'll also learn the practical approach and the step-by-step approach for automating selection and customization of the COBIT knowledge repository from various perspectives, whether it's from governance, risk management, security, control, and assurance. We'll also look at various case studies and real-life scenarios for selecting and adopting COBIT best practices from a practical perspective. This slide gives you the case studies or real-life scenarios from four different perspectives. We'll look at a case study from the governance, risk management, compliance, and assurance. We'll also look at case studies pertaining to cybersecurity using COBIT 5 and the cybersecurity framework and other frameworks. We'll look at a case study of cloud computing and e-commerce. We'll also discuss how COBIT can be implemented in the latest technology, which could be the Internet of Things, blockchain, AI, or any emerging technology. How is the workshop conducted? This is a hands-on workshop. Participants are expected to bring their laptop to work with COBIT contents, which will be provided in Excel templates. There will be interactive group discussions covering case studies and real-life scenarios. Participants are expected to participate actively in the workshop. You will understand the essence and the underlying theme of the COBIT 5 knowledge repository with also a walkthrough of the key COBIT publications, and you'll also learn techniques for integrating COBIT with other best practices and frameworks. Who is the workshop leader? The workshop leader is Mr. C. Abdul Rafeq. I'll be conducting the workshop. I have been using COBIT since more than 2 decades and have experience of more than 30 years in varied roles. How to register for this workshop? You may please fill up the registration form which has been emailed to you, or you can visit ISACA Bangalore Chapter, download the form, and email it with the remittance details to ISACA Bangalore Chapter. These are the payment options. The bottom line is COBIT knowledge and skills are the key differentiators for professionals at all levels. In this era of artificial intelligence, the human intelligence complemented COBIT can be a key differentiator for any technology deployment. So I invite you to attend this COBIT workshop and gain value from this.